exacting revenge on Bad News Eagles after a lightning fast game of Mirage. Through Inferno onto Ancient then to decide who takes the first place in the grand finals here.
Absolutely. Keen to see if B&E can turn things around. The momentum firmly with Grayhound at this point, but B&E dangerous as ever.
Melbourne makes some goddamn noise, goddammit! 5-man on road for Bad News Eagles on this T side. Fast presence around the B bomb site. They'll send in some offerings, but will they send in the personnel as well? They've taken a lot of position very fast indeed. And there's a nice opening frag from rigoN. Starters they mean to go on, starters they mean to proceed. B&E as they're getting boosted up, but still fishing, not seeing much of anything apart from his teammates dropping around him on the reload and gone. Vexite might not be long for this world. 1v4. Trying to get into position here as sinnopsyy chases, hounds, hunts, and demands the pistol round. 1-0 B&E.
Starting fast with that momentum. Straight up on into B. Want to see a competitive game here. We've had two kind of blowout first two maps. Love to see a really tight one that comes down to the wire, and it's great to see B&E stepping up and demanding respect from Grayhound in this semi-final.
Force buy is here from Grayhound. A pretty big force buy. Just left some extra money in the bank, and there's the opening frag from Liazz. Grayhound have something to say about round two, despite the loss. B&E will slow things down. These smokes will come and go.
B&E repositioning around towards this B ramp, link up with sinnopsyy, and maybe a bit of a contact play. Straight up on in there. It's only sickO to receive.
Fishing is sinnopsyy. sickO's got a chance though, but Liazz, oh, he's unknown. sickO can still hide. They'll focus on Liazz. They went check for him. Down goes the bomb. Looking for the rifle, but that gives GXX the chance to try and keep that away from his hands. 4 versus 2. This is dangerous for B&E, but they have got the right men for the job in terms of the multi-frag, the spray transfer. Maybe the most capable people in this tournament for such a situation. Using that pillar to try and hide as best they can. Now they come. Here comes the charge. Grayhound forced it back. Only one loss to the victor that spoils. AKs galore.
Force buy converted, immediately shifting the momentum back in the favor of Grayhound. Absolute robbery, that initial deagle shot from Liazz. And look at this. 3 AKs picked up. And a MAC-10. That's going to be a massive economy swing for the CT side early on. But with this bomb plant, how do Bad News Eagles respond? A force buy of their own, surely. Ooh. That was filthy.
They don't look super comfortable with this scenario. Bad News Eagles. Grayhound are looking sharp. They've got a lot of bites. Let's go. Look at the pop off there. They want this bad. Imagine Grayhound in the grand finals here. The atmosphere would be insane, but we're still very early here on Ancient, and B&E will make an investment here. There'll be a hero AK and plenty of danger behind it. The Bad News Eagles might be back once again in the hands of GXX and sinnopsyy.
In's contesting lane here. A lot of T's on the other side of that smoke. It's only sinnopsyy alone in middle, and for the second round in a row, Liazz opens things up.
He is looking extremely on point at the beginning of this game. This deciding map of Ancients. Nasty on the deagle, nasty on the AK as well. Heading towards that minute mark now, as B&E are taking their time. That smoke into mid will soon be gone. In starting to wonder, you'll see one. Falling back just in time, but what of the mid position? Liazz has been lost in the meantime. Dennery creeping, but Inns is so comfortable. A chance to plant the bomb though, as aliStair will be hearing these players coming through the donut position. Hiding in plain sight with 40 seconds on the clock here. GXX going to look for a bomb plant. Will he commit to this? Coming off of it as aliStair is here. He's got to be careful though, because rigoN is on the hunt. 30 seconds, 1v3. Damage might be good enough, but he still has time. This is still very dangerous for Grayhound. That bomb still on the floor. 20-second mark now. Closing the net, our Grayhound. As time passes, he knows it gets tougher and tougher. Does he focus on the frags? The Mac-10 says hello. Oh, it's so awkward for rigoN. He might die after time the way things are going. Made himself a 1v2 though, looking for the CCs. Trying to run away maybe, but I don't think that's going to happen.
$950 in the bank account for rigoN. All of them earned with the kills to his name, doing damage to Grayhound's economy. But outside of that, with no bomb plant for B&E, they are going to have to save. And rigoN even buying a deagle, he's accepted his fate that it's Mac-10 or Tech-9 next round, regardless of what happens here. While the rest of the boys buy, B&E would love a bomb plant here, and Grayhound would love a clean anti-eco.
Grayhound playing a stifling game of CS so far in these early rounds, especially after losing the pistol. Came back with brute force and determination. Not so many deagles on this occasion. That was the only one, in fact. B&E creeping forward. They're lining up. Just the one kill there, friends, and a big weapon collected. An AK in the hands of GXX. No Kevlar for these remaining players, though, but if they're fast enough, they could maybe still do something. That's the bomb loss, and one Flattery will have the AK. Only the one kill for B&E. No bomb plant. 3-1 Grayhound.
The brilliant start to Ancient after conceding that pistol. Instant turnaround in the force buy, and they have built up their economy very well right now.
One B&E fan in the crowd. sinnopsyy then will have the Tech-9 rifles for the remainder. Now the real danger begins for Grayhounds. Bad News Eagles with AK-47s. Let's not forget how capable they are, but Grayhound are ready for it, it seems. Pre-fire from it's got to be careful! One Flattery forcing the issue through the smoke and looking for another one, but sinnopsyy will deny. 3-on-2. Bomb collected by GXX. He and sinnopsyy got to work together here. Grayhound will post up for around the B bomb site then. As B&E quietly reposition.
Trying to change up the angle of approach. Thinking about exploring middle, perhaps. Maybe a flank through top middle or over towards Donut, but they decide to continue to push the issue over towards Cheetah into cave. sinnopsyy staying active in the meanwhile, goes and takes that ramp control. That's a huge position in this 3-on-2.
How far does he go though, Vexite? Kind of leaving sinnopsyy alone here. Many unknowns for Grayhound. That smoke will be a clue. No eyes on mid. Vexite moving back now. sinnopsyy's position will be very important indeed. Can Vexite run distraction though? sinnopsyy wondering about the ramp, getting his bell rung down to 18. There comes that spray through the smoke then. That gives B&E half the information. aliStair on the rotation. He's got some util as well. An incendiary and a smoke. He could make things really difficult for sinnopsyy, depending on where he throws that util. Molly towards the ramp then. Vexite starting to wonder. Flashbang. Where does the smoke go, though? That bomb is continuing to tick. There's the choke point. Who's going to cover the ramp in the meantime? sinnopsyy making his way into the smoke. A touch on the bomb again. GXX is creeping. Is the trade there? It isn't. An expensive round, a pricey round for Grayhound. 3-2.
Ins is broke, 1.8k. The rest of Grayhound can buy, but that is a lot of pressure put on. Massive impact clutch for GXX. And with only one player surviving for B&E, this next round is going to be absolutely massive for both teams. That's an interesting little view model. Haven't seen that one in a while.
Beautiful 2k for GXX on the site there.
Both of these teams are broke. 1900 loss bonus. B&E opting to explore this A side of the map. It's just Liazz to play retake from Donut side. The rest of Grayhound heavily set up to try and control lane as the A execute comes in.
Dropping a smoke to make some space for himself and gets his rifle back out in time. Full spray as he can fall back for the reload. It's important he holds Donut here. Vexite drops in the meantime. Smoke's all over the shop. And aliStair by the temple, posting up. Will he be served something? A sacrifice by BNE if they make the wrong step. Look at the chaos around these smokes. Where did BNE go, though? That is going to be a big smoke. That'll really slow things down. sinnopsyy the only man with a kit here for the CTs. Let's see where he is on the X-ray. They still have the angles, Grayhound, but now GXX will have an angle as well. Liazz trying to do what he can. Heavy losses. Hins may not survive here either. Hunting with the knife. I like the confidence from BNE. A warning, even without the swipe there. 3-3, breaking the money for Grayhound.
And look at the reactions from BNE. They recognize the importance of that clutch from GXX, followed up by a very clean gun round. Grayhound are broken. We'll have to take a full save here and allow Bad News Eagles to start to build up some momentum once again on that T side. They were a little quiet since they took the pistol, but they are well and truly back into this game now.
All right. Not too shabby a start then. Only a MAC-10 picked up, I say only. See if they can get into position. Oh, it's going to be hard versus GXX now. rigoN catches aliStair hiding, and a fast eco round is a good one. BNE take the lead on not Inferno, it's Ancient. On the buy once again are Grayhound.
No AWP.
Big round for Grayhound. If they want to stay in this, if they're broken here, maybe Bad News Eagles pull away a little bit.
No kits on Grayhound, so if this comes into the mid to late round, some kind of clutch situation, that could be difficult.
Ooh, oh, no, not so much damage. BNE looking for a really fast one into this B bomb spot. I think that molly was very, very key. Otherwise, it just would have been a surge. It still will be as rigoN makes his way in. Look at these peaks with the AK. BNE warming up, but Inz is already hot.
Where's the bomb?
Someone's going to go back and collect it as the bomb site is surrounded, but they do have some time and they can focus on the frags for now, but they're going the way of Grayhound. That FAMAS coming in with 2. Vexite thinning the numbers for BNE. Inz is on the flank as well. They'll get the upgrade. sinnopsyy is lost, wondering why no one's on the radio. 1 versus 4. He's got time. It's the only thing he's got. See the peaks there from aliStair. Ooh, that's a tight one. But Liazz will trade. Not too much damage done. Grayhound survive with 3 and tie the score again.
Little bit of an oversight, little bit of a mistake for BNE. A couple of good rounds chipped in there, but leaving the bomb behind on the backside of ramp is not something they're able to deal with, unfortunately. Crispy entry from rigoN, but without the bomb, they can't set themselves up comfortably in towards that post-plant position that they were looking for, and from that position, they kind of flail around and things fall apart. Vexite takes full advantage with a 3K. Another big swing round in round number 9 here. Both teams running out of cash.
Important map control taken early by Bad News Eagles. You see the priority, but Vexite is creeping in mid. Early 5v4 advantage for Grayhound. Always good for a CT side. Hard for BNE to respond to that one quickly.
Yeah, they can't. They're getting pushed away by the utility. Multiple smokes used over towards the B side of the map to lock out Cheetah and Ramp, where the majority of BNE applying their trade for the moment. Ian's getting tickled in the toes.
Quite a focus on B for the time being. You can see the positions of the A guys, although aliStair is on the rotation to some degree. Focusing on long A from close to CT spawn, close as possible. Minutes on the clock here as Inz will keep an eye on them. Don't give them too much space for free. The harassment will continue, then a molly on the ramp. There is quite a gap there, though. This could be trouble for the CTs. They're pushing too far, I think. Vexite will be traded, and suddenly we're in a 3-on-3. Trying to take the fight to BNE this time. They'll be able to deal with it. The number's in the right place. Bomb crossing to the site. sinnopsyy trying to stop it. Position lost for Grayhound as the bomb is planted. One flash through and sinnopsyy are quite low, but they've got GXX posted up with the AWP. That's the difference maker. Often is and will be for this round as well. Man advantage for BNE, and suddenly things are looking real tough for Grayhound. only smokes. They can try and isolate these fights. aliStair finds an angle, but they've got to get a smoke onto this position. There it is for GXX. Jumping through or trying to. Madness happening as Liazz puts a smoke towards the bomb. Defends the ramp, but GXX is here. The defuse is here as well. The knives are out. It's like a chicken shop in London as the defuse comes through.
Unbelievable end to such an important round. Inns and Vexite having such a fantastic start to this game almost throw that round in the bin. But the XVX post-plant situation turned around, aggression in towards middle. Dealt with by Vexite for the time being. B&E unable to trade, locked behind the utility.
What a victory this would be for Grayhound. Again, still far away. Just one round to the good now. But taking care of B&E in that mid position. Very testing team. sickO down to 23. Does he go for the repeat here? Gonna play it safe. That allowed rigoN to slip away. We've seen so many dirty clutches from B&E throughout this tournament. Still focused on trying to do some more damage. Down to 3. Still dangerous. In's creeping, but sickO will finish off the job. The discipline from Grayhound keeps the money good for Survive as they move through.
So important. They really didn't have a whole lot of cash built up, but for surviving in that round, absolutely massive for them to try and have a rock-solid CT side here. Now a chance for B&E to respond, though. Their cash is really not the greatest. sinnopsy's down to a deagle in this round, and they have almost no utility. I'm not sure what they're going to be able to put together.
Trying to fight for the mid area.
They can't. They just don't have the util to do it.
sinnopsy's in going through T-spawn with 0 util. No flashes to help them, but rigoN will try to make something happen. Pre-firing where they got shot from before. Nervous territory for B&E. Running distraction maybe in mid because there's a lot of action coming the way of the B-bomb side, but aliStair's got the flicks for B&E. He's going nuclear on the B-bomb side. Nothing's going their way. 4 kills for aliStair. Nasty work from Grayhound. Give the people what they want. Stylish frags from aliStair.
Instant timeout from B&E. Devil Walk desperately trying to reset the mental. They had a window in this game. The clutch and the reset round that followed was where I thought the T-side was going to start to run away with things, but Grayhound have responded excellently. Now their money is rock solid, and B&E are going to have to go back to the drawing board, take a single eco. Just the pistols to be offered into this round.
2 for the price of 1. Meal deal, hunger buster from aliStair. Very nice indeed.
He's a hungry boy. You got to feed that mustache.
That round came with a free drink for aliStair.
Ooh.
Bad news on the Deagles because Liazz is having a great game. Plenty of highlight reels from aliStair so far, but Liazz again from the pistol. The second round rather with the Deagle. Been so good, so consistent, so dangerous. Inns though, maybe a little too confident there. But again, it's Liazz who drops the priorities in that mid position, in control of the bomb. Vexite on the way for help as well. Scenery in 1 flat true. All that remains for B&E in round 12. Score isn't too monstrous just yet, but the way Grayhound are winning these rounds feels that way. Trying to do what damage they can. Won't be so much damage. Not in that position.
Feels like B&E as well. All of the boys on Mirage across the board were all hitting their shots. Nothing but headshots and crisp aim. But as we got deeper and deeper into this series, it feels like that's where the inconsistency started to bleed in a little bit.
Going for the save, it seems. $2,000 in the bank. He's got his Kevlar. See if he chooses to re-up with a helmet or just focus on util.
Interested to see how BNE changes things up here. I feel like they did get decent trades over towards B ramp, denying the aggression and actually putting themselves into a post plant. They had success over there. They've had some success over towards the A bomb side as well with some A executes. Whereas in mid, I feel like they've had no success at all. So maybe either change up the approach, taking that mid position, try to make some small adjustments, or go back to what was working for them before.
Haven't seen them really try and bomb it into the A bomb site yet.
That's where they won that XVX post plant after the GXX clutch. So I'm kind of wondering whether they might try that again.
You know there's going to be one person there most rounds. It's a gamble though. But maybe it's time to gamble for Bad News Eagles. Ooh, aliStair says hello once again. Puncturing players around that B bomb site. sinnopsyy looking to try and make a play here. Slowly clearing the angles, trying to identify where the CT might be. If aliStair is not posted up on the A bomb site, then maybe they can find an entry. See the bomb rotating away now. sinnopsyy very patient indeed. Very alone here. Nobody on donuts. sinnopsyy running over, and now he can raise the alarm. Looking for the second one. But that's the opening that BNE were looking for. Only 2 remain, but we know they can clutch it. They have the individual prowess, but that's their last smoke as well. Unless there's one on the body. GXX making his way through. Rotation coming in as well. A lot of work for BNE to do. That's all their util gone, unless they find something on the floor. HE towards the bomb planter. Now it's time to get to work. Tags through the smoke. 23 HP for GXX. And now he's alone. 1 versus 4. He needs a miracle, and he won't get it. What he will get is Liazz once again.
aliStair getting warmed up. Seen him do excellent work over at the RMR. Was one of Grayhound's more convincing wins qualifying for the major. And it seems like after that slip up on Mirage, they've started to bring that same form into this game. aliStair in particular doing what he does best, mixing up his positioning, mixing up the timing with which he chooses to aggress. Finds that man advantage over towards lane. And again, I can't help but mention it. BNE still kind of running this slower standard default, and getting picked apart is just not working for them. The 3-1-1 has just not bared any fruit whatsoever. This time sinnopsyy going to go and help contest middle.
Vexite and Liazz are here. Do they identify a potential gap in that smoke? It's defaulting for BNE. Losing the jewels. On the T side, this is unlike them. And we said at the beginning of the series, it's a chance for Grayhound to really come to fruition against a fantastic test. And they're doing exactly that. Denying BNE all over the map. Only 4 rounds to their name.
Questions just have to be asked. This T side from BNE is not working. You can't just keep taking these dry duels in middle, walking up lane, just walking around the map into CT angles is not working. 10-4 for Grayhound in complete control of this CT half, and another tack timeout for BNE. Devilwalk's got to try to put the pieces back together. It's not going to be easy. Last round of the half here on the T side, the money is a bit all over the place. They didn't get a bomb plant. So at best, 3.5k for the majority of this T side squad. AKs and light armor, maybe some Galil armor, but the utility is going to be limited.
Ten to 4 then. We move into the last round of the first half. Grayhound have been a brick wall on Ancient thus far. Everybody's firing on all cylinders. Everyone's looking sharp. We saw early frustration from B&E. In the second round, losing to the Pistols, Liazz and the deagle. They've not had much success beyond that. Will it finally be a contact play into A then? I think this should have maybe come much earlier.
Yeah, in this round, they just got almost no utility. They got to use all of their grenades just getting onto this A site. How do they convert the post plant from there?
Liazz, it's been a problem from this spot in the past. The flashes, will it keep them alive for the time being? He'll hold on to Donut. 3 plays in CT for Grayhound then. And I'm sure there'll be spray through the smoke from both sides. Good map control here for B&E. Oh, Vexite hasn't checked the corner properly. rigoN surely gets to. No, sinnopsyy and Vexite lighting them up, leaving sinnopsyy in the clutch again. Utterly denied by Grayhound. That was a brutal retake for them. They stormed the first half, 11-4. Only one team can move through to the finals, and it might just be Grayhound. There's more work to do, though, after this break.
in emotions, think I'm losing track. I need you to stay by my side. Feel like I'm in floating, comfortably detached. Will you stay if I lose my mind? And I want to let go. Don't let me even if I try. But I need you to know that I don't want to lose this high.
We return for the final half here on Ancient. Is this the run? What do you think, Melbourne? (11-4) for Grayhound. They have a lead. They denied Bad News Eagles on their notorious T side with the AK-47s, and now they need to defend. You can see how pensive their faces are as this one starts.
Smoke to top mid for Grayhound. Waiting to see if there's going to be some kind of response out of Bad News Eagles, who are heavily stacked in towards Donut here. Retake over on the A site.
Oh! Ooh. Not done yet then. Always a dab hand with the pistols, BNE. That's a great start. Always about how you finish, though. sinnopsyy holding things down. They're walking into a sandwich, but sinnopsyy might be running out of bullets. Switches to a Glock. Very nice from him. Buys some time for rigoN to come through in the back. Now leaves aliStair in a 1 versus 3. Got to be careful. rigoN's coming. Finds a 3K in the pistol. That's going to get a jump start for BNE in the second half.
They needed that so desperately. A T side which looked flat and dejected, just individuals peeking out onto angles and getting absolutely blasted. If BNE can now on this CT side start to get that fire rolling again like we saw on Mirage, then this could be dangerous, because Ancient is a map where CT aggression is key to your success. That's exactly what BNE wants to do.
No force buy from Grayhound. They want to get started early. They want to Oh, that is X-rated from Vexite, but what can they do over towards the A bomb site? They're swarming with the numbers. Can they reset BNE again? They've won both pistol rounds. Last time they got reset. What about this time? A smoke to create some space. sinnopsyy getting that reload in, but he can't survive. sinnopsyy is clearing house, leaving Vexite with that MP9 to come through. In the smoke, one flat through though, will deny him the opportunity. This time they survived the test, BNE, but boy, was that a dangerous one. Grayhound bought almost nothing in that round.
sinnopsyy was having none of that, though. Just literally sprinting by himself straight through the A bomb site and deleting T-side players right and left. Recovers things for Bad News Eagles, who have taken a little bit of economic damage here. Only 2 or 3 of the players have cash. rigoN and sinnopsyy quite broke, but 4 rifles here.
Oh, rigoN going deep, actually. There's a lot of players coming his way. aliStair checking the left-hand side. That's the bomb spotted. Is there much of a rotation yet? Or they'll need to be. GXX abandoning that mid-area. Vexite still lurking. He's got the sound cues towards B. They might commit back towards the B bomb site. He can hear that rotation.
They're slowing things down here.
Yeah, they still need to offer some presence towards A, though. And Liazz has put a lurk smoke in. But as they see things have stopped, BNE will start to wonder. They're not over-rotating. They're going to head back towards the B bomb site. Grayhound now maybe looking for the climate towards mid, where there is no one. In fact, they've gone so far, BNE, they've abandoned the A bomb site. Some presence shown with the pop flash. But the presence, the heat map is here in mid.
There's just so much utility here for Grayhound. They can continue splitting the map and running their default even after finding that opening pick over towards the A side of the map. They showed the presence of mind to just continue working that map control, giving BNE enough rope to hang themselves with. But after all said and done, BNE actually in decent positions to hold this B site.
How long can they hold these spots for, though? They have no eyes on mid whatsoever. Nothing in red room at all. 40 seconds on the clock. No one checking the flank. That smoke will buy them some time for sinnopsyy to have a very cursory look. But sinnopsyy is starting to wonder also. Liazz offering grenades towards the A bomb site, but they're non-believers. Maybe that gives BNE more confidence towards B, but they still need to deliver. The flashes are here, and so it's one flash to remove that MP9. 20 seconds, the flashes will continue. But still, the advantages are coming through for Grayhound. Look how they wipe out the bomb site. 12 seconds, bombs dropped, GXX 1v2. They've got to act fast. Inns finds an angle, GXX pushing forward, focused, looking past the smoke, and Liazz has the off angle. 12 rounds for Grayhound.
Immediate reset on Bad News Eagles. Grayhound continuing to roll through with the momentum. Keeping on top of things here. All of that damage where they only had a Tech 9 on Vexite, and Glocks has a massive impact here as they complete their first gun round. It's a force buy from BNE.
They are concerned. They've got half the score of Grayhound. A big favourite for this tournament. They may not step foot in the final unless they act now. All power for GXX. We know what he's capable of. That'll certainly help, though. One flash through of an overperformance of the MP9. Always capable of it. Every single member of BNE is ever so dangerous. Doesn't matter what they have. And there's a perfect example. 1 HP for one flash through. Done all he needed to. Huge response from BNE. The force buy working out so far.
Oh, GXX just delivering on every single angle as well. The SMG and the AWP, bit of a contrast between them, but they both get the job done. And this will be Grayhound's money in the bin. 1,400 loss bonus for them.
Liazz has the bomb though. He has the objective.
Wow.
But he doesn't have his head.
And both of the AKs picked up. 3 AKs picked up in that round for Bad News Eagles. That's a massive economy swing. Picking up that round, they are straight back into this game. It was looking worrisome for them at 12-6. But now this is a completely different story.
That second kill is so important for Juan Flatru there with the MP9. And you can see they're still dangerous. Not over until one team's over the line. No force buy back from Grayhound. Liazz only with the P250 on this occasion. Been a dab hand. Deadeye with a deagle. That's in Sicko's hands on this occasion. Plenty of Glocks in tow. Still dangerous though, of course. Grayhound have got kills and bomb plants with rounds such as this already in this half.
Yeah, B&E have already got great money. If they can keep 4 or 5 guns up, that would be phenomenal. Canary getting caught on the timing though.
Surging through the smoke, the flashbang's perfect. And there's a bomb plant again. The bonus money's been secured. Now it's about bonus frags, never mind. Free-for-all deathmatch for BNE, clearing the bomb site quickly. But again, Grayhound get a certain length in. They're making the right plays. A shallow smoke, pop flash, bursting out, using the numbers, getting that bomb plant, keeping the money good. Keeping that pressure up. But the gap is getting a bit smaller now. 4 rounds between the squads.
Going to be nothing but gun rounds for a little bit here. B&E with fantastic money behind them. Grayhound starting to accumulate the loss bonus with a bit of extra cash in the back pocket and further bomb plants. They will continue to buy also as we fight for the end of this second half for a little bit of an edge.
That's the start BNE needed. They look to claw back some rounds. Still 2 AKs in the hands of BNE. Juan Flatru and rigoN will be ever so dangerous with those.
Vexite having a phenomenal game for himself again here on Ancient. Always seems to vibe well on this map. And in this 4-on-4, Grayhound cutting all noise. B&E right now with a deep info line towards middle, that player in Donut, allowing them to not have to rotate that extra player off the B site. But it seems like they're going to anyway. Trusting Juan Flatru in towards cave side. You got sinnopsyy leaning over towards the A side of the map. Going to go pick up some additional utility and ferry it back over on towards B.
GXX's position is so strong here. If they creep towards A, Grayhound are all but guaranteed to lose a player on the journey. Vexite's going to be low health lurking in that mid position. If they don't find an angle for the util, they'll be in trouble. Sorry, it's aliStair in that mid position, excuse me. Who strikes first though? They're just around the corner, not showing just yet. Can aliStair get activated? Can he draw the attention of GXX away? There's that free kill. Stereo frags for BNE, leaving it a 4-on-2 for them. Oh, great denial from Vexite though. That's 3 in a round so far. He might be on for an ace there. He still has aliStair for support. Going for a plant for Donut, of course. Can it be stopped? aliStair holding on the left-hand side. But look at this. Bunny hopping. Denied by aliStair. Beautiful movement, but to his demise. Both players low now. Need to avoid engaging. They can hear the beeps. Gets around the corner just in time. Juan Flatru is going to have to dig deep to find some kills here. Off angle for aliStair. All the way in to find him, but he'll be punctured. They turn it around, Grayhound, to get their second round in the second half.
Quick multi-frag from Vexite comes out of absolutely nowhere. Comfortable on the server in his hometown right now. Denies the aggression at the start of the round, and this double in the mid-round was so impactful.
He's got a few multi-frags in this game, I feel like, Vexite.
good for him, man. That ace on Vertigo earlier on in the tournament was absolutely insanity. Always a bit of a highlight machine. B&E, a little bit lighter on the util this time. Still able to pick out the AWP. sinnopsyy with the only kit, so we'll keep an eye on where he dies. Grayhound sizing up this A side of the map. Not interested in any control of lane or cheetah.
Bearing in mind the slow pace they had in the last round. Slow pace again with a different formation could catch B&E off guard, especially with where their sniper is.
Info denial in middle. Smokes to top middle and donut with the Molotov into cubby. Flash over the top. Grayhound take control of the middle of the map. They've already secured the extremity over towards A. Now pressure on sinnopsyy and donut.
Molly coming straight for sinnopsyy, but that's a great spray through the smoke. Finds a second as well. That is really going to help them. Can reset into new angles now as most of the threat through mid has been neutralized. Vexite waiting for rotation. Liazz has to perform, but sinnopsyy is ready for it. B&E punching again. aliStair looking to do more work. He's one in donut. 1v3 now. 35 seconds to find the rest. That's half the info for him. He knows where GXX is. Last seen exiting towards long, but focused on the bomb side here. He's made it a 1v1. That smokes to create some space. He might find a bomb plant here. 20 seconds. Does GXX have the angle? Off it comes. Looking around the boxes. Surely he can clutch it. I can't believe it. aliStair again.
Take notes. This is an absolute masterclass of a clutch. Even hopping off the tap when GXX starts running at him to deny that bomb plant in the smoke. The spatial awareness, the game sense, the pace from Grayhound into the B site.
GXX is delivering. No, the flashes aren't working out for Grayhound. Look at the response from B&E. You can take them down, but they always come back swinging every single time. Turning it into a street fight. They are ready. You can rush them, but they were born from that ilk. They came from the Flames, B&E. They are not done with this one yet.
Money in shambles for Grayhound. Hard reset on sickO, Inns, and Liazz. They probably have to force buy pistols and 2 AKs just to try to even out the money. But a rock-solid round from B&E right there. They're going to take a tactical timeout. They're well aware of the importance of defending that B rush and starting to get a foothold back into this game.
I think we might have a headset off. So we'll keep it vague until everybody's got their headphones back on.
Been a banger of a semi-final though.
Tech pause.
What a time for it, huh?
Cables have been stolen by a kangaroo.
Come on, boys. Don't sledge him while he's got the headset off. That's just rude. Unbelievable. You're all meant to be on your best behavior.
Amazing crowd here in Australia. Fantastic support for the home team. Nine to 14. What a performance so far by Grayhound. Hard to pick them as a favorite, but again, it is the perfect time for them to rise to the occasion. They certainly have so far. But there's still work to be done. Headsets are back on once again, and Grayhound tried to catch Bad News Eagles off guard, but again, the individual skill on these players, it doesn't matter if it's a 5.7 or a rifle, they will deliver.
Is the force buy from Grayhound. What can they put together with a round like this? Already starting to make moves over towards the B side of the map. Again, it's pace from them.
Sending it once more, so blind once more. The rifles though. Vexite, it's Vexite again. From round to round, Vexite's putting in work. Look at the peaks. sinnopsyy is denied. They've got smokes as well. 2-on-2 with 1:30 on the clock. What is happening? rigoN's coming through. He's going to be so important from that cave spot. But it's Vexite. Frag after frag. His third of the round, leaving rigoN in the clutch. The smoke is up. The AKs are out. And match point is around the corner. 50 HP. 2v1. Knows there might be a crossfire, it might be a bait setup. Where are these T's hiding? There's the first. Vexite with 4. What a hero for Grayhound. Match points for the Aussies.
One of only 2 hero AKs in that round. The impact that this man has had in this map is just not measurable. Clipping through the smoke is just such cheeky play in the XVX. Not only does he open up the round, but he closes it down himself, putting the team on his back and breaking the money of the CT side here. Tax timeout for BNE, the last one that they have available to them.
31 frags for Vexite. So many multi-frag rounds. A diamond for Grayhound. The force buy succeeds. 15-9. 6 match points for a place in the grand finals for the home crowd.
No kits for BNE. Utility is just really not there. And having to make do with a couple of SMGs and a 5-7. Grayhound not interested in the mid control this time. Sending the boys towards the extremities. It's a quick B execute util from them and then a walkout contact dry onto the A site.
Oh, that's a big one from rigoN. He certainly helped his teammates. He's left a bomb in isolation. That's a bomb commit. That definitely slows things down. Vexite with 25 HP. Money sucked for Grayhound if they lose this one. Not done until it's done. Let's not forget BNE and Rare Atom. Cool, that one was going one way. Grayhound have done one better than 14 though. 1 minute on the clock. Inz's patience will pay off for him. More people lurking though. Needs to keep that AK alive. sinnopsyy seeing an opportunity for himself. He hasn't seen the bomb though. Inz keeps moving, but when will he start to wonder about his 6? He's got multiple places to look as sinnopsyy starts to pop out, but he's been denied. Bomb's on the way. It's turning again. 2 more frags between Grayhound and the grand finals. Bomb being planted and bomb being denied. 25 seconds to fix this. And now it's down to aliStair. He's been seen. They know he's on the ramp. And GXX will deny. They are not done with this one yet.
What a sharp 3K on the A4. Put any gun in this man's hand this series and he will deliver the AWP, this time the A4. Massive 3K to keep BNE alive, and exactly as you mentioned, Grayhound again, their money's in shambles, and this time don't have enough cash to put a hero AK in Vexite's hands. They're gonna have to take at least a single save with no bomb plant, maybe even a double eco here. And that makes this comeback of 15-15 much more achievable for BNE. They could really start to push for OT. Only a couple of gun rounds will they have to win to get there. Grayhound just bleeding out the utility. Using this Glock eco to have a bit of a chat.
Time to think about what needs to be done once the big guns come through. Almost just flashes left for BNE. Flashes have been so important though. Oh, great timing there. 35 seconds left. That's the bomb spotted as well. might go on the hunt for that, especially with the activity towards mid. Indeed, that bomb's been secured. And now Grayhound's job is to die. Liazz will get something out of it.
Bled out all that util, took 2 guns away. I don't know what more you could really expect out of a round like that. What they needed, to be honest, was a bomb plant. Do you buy into this round? Grayhound
I think they have
says
to.
Yes.
They can buy at 11, buy at 13, force buy at 14.
Yeah.
So they've got to stick it to them on this one.
Down to aliL's, and somehow aliStair has fashioned himself a glass cannon. So we'll keep an eye on what he's going to do with that. GXX back on the AWP as well. A big win condition for the Bad News Eagles, especially now that some of the rifling core has started to fall a little bit quieter than they were on Mirage.
GXX going to see a lot of people coming his way. Bell rung to 4 HP, and it's Vexite. Who else on Ancient to finish him off? Sees one making his way towards Temple. They've got one more smoke on sikkO. Inns is a far way away, continuing to try and deliver. rigoN is lurking on the side, though. They might not know that, but there are flashes in which both teams will eat. One flash who drops the bomb. Inns is still far away from his squad, and they are tanking damage here on the bomb site. That lurk won't find anything. Won't get there in time. All coming together to get that final kill.
3 alive for B&E. First test of many passed. Yeah, that's not ideal.
sikkO has accidentally bought a Nova straight at the beginning of the round.
He's hit the old F2 key.
Got to delete that from your config.
That's in this situation, Varnolf. Match point.
I'm an over enjoyer.
In this situation?
Oh, he's okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. Full armor Nova. I like this. We should see this more often. But indeed, this is a little awkward.
Yes.
If they plant the bomb, it'll be fine. They need to plant a bomb. This Nova's going to get the big entries towards B. I can see it now.
You reckon? He's got the spawn for it. Front spawn with the Nova.
Send it.
Yeah? What do you reckon, boys?
Send it with the Nova. Surely not the ramp, though. Surely not the ramp. Yeah, it's got to go inside. This Nova is in for the Bobby big plays. Interestingly, no one's in the cave position just yet. If he can make it through here, oh, this could be so weird in the best way.
Oh,
Nova starting to creep through as there's a full push. He's got to get past the wall, though, but that won't happen. All right, fat fingered the Nova. Might be time to get a bit concerned now as B&E continue their comeback. There will be no bomb plant for Grayhound in this one. 32.50 for sikkO. This is their last full buy unless they plant the bomb. If they plant the bomb, they've got 2 full buys here, Grayhound. 2 attempts to take it in normal time.
You got to try and not think about that, but if this comes back to OT, and there's some point in this round where sikkO has a Galil or one less piece of utility and unfortunately can't finish off a kill, we're going to think about that Nova buy. As it stands, though, another chance for Grayhound to close this game. Early round, no real presence in middle outside of one set of utility for B&E. Has aliStair got a jump throw by Unbound? I'm not quite sure. He flashes over the top of middle. Would be a curious thing to skip. A couple of config issues perhaps with the auto buy as well. But Grayhound, regardless, have found their way out middle here. B&E not heavily contesting, instead a much more reserved approach from them.
Lurking behind the box, but we can see that GXX is here with the AWP. Very interesting setup from B&E then. Obviously, he's in a rotation position as well.
The pacifist approach to the start of this round for both teams. Again, utility traded back and forth. Smoke to Donut. We'll have a bit of a gap in it, unfortunately. Molotov to follow.
Maybe baited into this red room situation.
B&E have read this so well.
Looks so inviting. Does Liazz have enough of an angle? He doesn't. So they have position, but who strikes first? How do they pull players away? sinnopsy's more or less committed here, even if GXX rotates. If he does, the sound cube might bait them into sinnopsyy, who's starting to jiggle, and he's been spotted by Liazz. The patience pays off, but there is the trade from GX. However, sickO's in position now. As there's a focus on the B bomb site, the rotation will be heard. rigoN's on the way. That's going to be a big duel. In the meantime, GX is creeping around the smoke with an AWP. 20 seconds. How has he found them? 2 remain. They've got to plant a bomb here, Grayhound. 2v3. aliStair waiting. There's GX. Saves his teammate, but he sees all the CTs. sickO's got the info, but he's only got 10 seconds to find these kills. He knows where they both are. Pre-firing everything. The Galil. The headshot, but not the kill.
That's exactly what I was thinking. sickO, after that 1-for-1 at top mid in red room, is actually one of the key players in that round. Don't know if anything would have been different, though, especially with that 1v2. That insta-dink onto the player in cave would have been a kill, but then he would have been traded anyway, so who's to know? As it stands, though, no bomb plan in that round for Grayhound, which makes a massive difference. That's going to be more players on Galil's. That's going to be more players skipping a couple of key pieces of utility. Going to kind of pigeonhole how you can play this round a little bit. You can't play that slow, drawn-out default unless you want to sacrifice the utility or you want to sacrifice the firepower. It's that trade-off. GXX, man, in this series has been phenomenal for Bad News Eagles.
Off of the muzzle flash. That second frag, wonderful stuff. Took the risk there, did what needed to be done. And now Grayhound have got to dig deep in this last round of regulation. The MAC-10 will be out as they'll take presence in mid once again. A familiar setup from BNE. Creeping around the smokes will be rigoN, though. aliStair will have to be careful. What's he up to here? Oh, the trigger discipline from aliStair. He wants more than this.
Ooh.
He's gonna let him go completely. He came from Donut, and that's where aliStair will go. Gotta be careful though, sinnopsyy is here. Smoke up on long. Maybe sound cues heard. GX is here with the AWP as well, so getting into nervous territory. Inz is still lurking, but with a MAC-10, what can he really do here?
Not a lie, he's waiting for that aggression through cheater side from Bad News Eagles, but they are, again, similar to what found them success in the last round, playing a very reserved CT setup all the way back across the map. Just saying to Grayhound, you can have whatever map territory you want. We're aware of what's clean and what's dirty. We're just going to sit in our little hidey holes and wait for you to make the first move. Smoke to Donut, and now Grayhound starting to make some pace in towards CT.
Where are they headed? A great angle from one flat route. Bombs in a weird spot, but Vexite was going to find an entry. One flat route still here. He will hit him off to the races. Oh, he's fired a shot. He'll slow things down at least. Will that be enough? 3 kits and all the CTs, 20 seconds to plant that bomb. They've got to deal with sinnopsyy. The bomb's been dropped. Vexite's in the clutch now. He's done so much, but he can't stop overtime. And there's the release from Bad News Eagles. They were up against it that whole game, and they forced it back. They are not done just yet.
Bad News Eagles on their feet. Absolutely excellent play and resilience from them on the CT side. GXX dragging them, kicking and screaming through this game. And after a couple of slow starts from the rifling core, they're starting to get warmed up, and that's scary, especially now that they have access to the cash.
Way more comfortable than at the beginning.
Look at this, double AWP from rigoN. That's going to be a bit of a mix-up. Haven't seen that yet on Grayhound.
And he's in such an aggressive position as well. Ready to go toe for toe. And GXX is ready for those peaks as well. Come high or low, he will land his shot.
It's a slow default for Grayhound, which into a double AWP setup is concerning. Going to have to make sure that their shoulder peaks and the utility usage is on point, or they're going to be dropping players in the early to mid round. Smoke to top mid from aliStair, limiting the info of sinnopsyy. Rest of Grayhound working their way towards lane and cheat up.
That boost is still there on B though. There'll be a flash. The dry peak would be painful. Comes off to drop some util. Where is that AWP headed? There's no info towards mid. GX will be wondering about red room. It has been popular of late. They still don't see anything on the ramp just yet. 45 seconds on the clock, and the intentions of Grayhound are unknown. Lurking towards that cave position though as BNE Look at the angles they are holding. These are absolutely menacing, and Liazz is going straight into the cave. But the timing! I can't believe it. There's one more to find, though, and that could be a problem with 28 seconds on the clock. sinnopsyy delivers, traded by the nade. Bomb collected by Vexite, 16 HP, crossing to the side, going for that bomb plant now. 4 on 3, your move, BNE. They've got one lurk in sinnopsyy. The other two showing presence in CT. They need sinnopsyy to find something. But will Liazz be checking the back? Not at the moment. sinnopsyy coming in from the back. Liazz turns around just at the right time. Advantage Grayhound. rigoN and GX moving through. rigoN on the Desert Eagle. A double orc retake is going to be so hard. 1v2, how do you avoid a trade frag? Liazz hiding in the corner. That bomb is really ticking as well. Big headshot. First round for Grayhound.
Plenty of cash on the reinvestment for Bad News Eagles, though, mixing in the double AWP setup. Didn't work out for them. Especially a little weaker on those retakes. Slow tempo from Grayhound works in that round. Slow, constricting style, finally ending in an explosion on the B site. Nade stack does a lot of damage to ins this time. A lot of utility traded in middle, and the aggression onto lane. The light up for sinnopsyy.
Days. That is a great start. aliStair drops as well. BNE back with a vengeance. Half of the course in this game, at least in the second half. Take around, we will come straight back at you. Still moving on the shot, GXX. Scared of those Grayhound AKs. Liazz and sinnopsyy in the clutch then. The bomb makes its way towards mid. 5 men up for BNE, and they're clearing the area around B. Might find the bomb soon as one Flattery will spot it in mid. He knows what that means. A is their only option. 52 seconds is a long time. sinnopsyy posting up. This is important frag. That's all the opportunity there, really. Maybe heading towards Donut now. GXX though, surely there's nothing that can be done about that situation, that angle. All right, 3 more to find. 28 seconds. They're swinging into the side. Not on this occasion. 16 apiece.
Big round from sinnopsyy. Aggression straight through Cheetah in towards lane. Takes down the last as well. So things go 1 apiece in the first half of the first OT. Had a lot of very tight games here at Challenger Melbourne. First 2 maps were a blowout, but of course the third was destined to be a tight affair in this semi-final. Mid smokes out from Grayhound, molly to Cubby. They make it look like they're contesting middle and lane. Aggression punished from aliStair. And rigoN secures control of the extremity in that anchor roll.
Bad News Eagles are growing with power. If they manage to pull out a victory in this series, I feel like as a team, they just take another level up. They just get stronger overall. These gritty victories build so much confidence for the squad, belief in each other. But the same is true for Grayhound. Creeping towards this bomb site. With the numbers in tow, the mollies will begin. That'll slow ins down though. That'll slow him down yet further as sinnopsyy tries to pre-fire. And a sandwich of Molotovs, but Grayhound haven't had any frags just yet. Liazz moving into the side. There's a good start, but behind the smoke is sinnopsyy. 3 to find, 39 seconds. The double peak is enough for a lead as they change sides in overtime.
Double walk getting animated now, as are the rest of Bad News Eagles on their feet when they managed to scrape things into overtime. And now a 2-1 lead in the first overtime. Starting to apply the pressure to Grayhound. And we'll see how they deal with that.
This is where Grayhound were tanks in normal time. The CT side is where they found their success. But I think they're facing a different Bad News Eagles now. An angry Bad News Eagles who thrive in adversity. Liazz drops early. Ins could be in some trouble here. Look at the aggression from BNE. They've forced the CTs away from these positions on B, but aliStair has got something to say about this round.
Dealt with rigoN. A 1-for-1, but the issue is Grayhound are a little split up around the map. At least they have information over towards middle with Ins in such a forward position. He's going to flash over to lane, but that sound cue going to be heard by BNE as they start to recalibrate things. Shift all the way through T-spawn over towards the A side of the map. Vexite getting curious. This might be another huge round for him to step up with an AK in hand.
That was a very timely flashbang to peak around B ramp. Not seeing much of anything. Ins is still unsure though. Vexite with the AK in this position on an island, but how about that timing? 40 seconds left. Hiding in plain sight. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage. Did they hit a connection there? Either way, it's still risky to make a play through this.
They're going to cancel. Juan Flatro going to throw some utility towards A, try to draw the rotation away as sinnopsyy makes moves into cave.
Oh, aliStair's creeping away with 20 seconds on the clock. He's focused on red room, leaving only sickO on the B bomb site. And they are creeping, but he's slowly falling back. But will he have an angle in time? There's the flashbang into the site. They go. aliStair's posted up now, wondering about the left and the right. sickO has to deliver here, but he can't. 3-on-4. aliStair loses his angles. sinnopsyy jiggling, teasing him as they've taken the site. Bad News Eagles with a plan C on the B bomb site. Drop aliStair. They're moving towards match point here, BNE. 2 players remain, walking to their doom. Vexite with so much to do. There's the trade, and BNE now are on the cusp of victory.
Series point. It's been an absolute slog for them. After an 11-4 first half that they suffered, they have responded with a massive comeback. They were up against it 10-15.
I wasn't talking, that was you. Nothing to do with me. 2 match points for Bad News Eagles. Grayhound need 2 from 2. A very stressful affair. It was always going to be versus Bad News Eagles. They always had to do it in 3. Match points have come and gone, and now it's about survival in the short term. Now's not the time to be quiet, Melbourne. I think your team needs you. Let them know you're behind them. They are fighting for a place in the final. They need both these rounds here. They've got the tools for the job. They've got the personnel. They've got the skill. They've got the talent. Big focus towards B from Grayhound.
See Juan Flatro using his utility in that part of the map, trying to keep them interested. A progression smoke from BNE in towards middle. But the main focus will be this A execute. Liazz on his lonesome, playing retake from Donut yet again. Vexite will join him on the rotation through CT, a little late to the party.
That rotation is so far away as well, but they haven't made their way into the bomb site just yet. Liazz falling back, but he is on an island. He is so alone. He has a smoke to play with for the time being. The molly is up, it's causing big problems. But now we're starting to see some position. aliStair is on the way towards that temple area. Spotted Seneri, no connection though. Ins will be the first one to fall. They have to deliver here, Grayhound, but they're all falling. Looks like the end of the line for Grayhound. So close and now so far as sickO's the last one to fall. Bad News Eagles turn it around and find a way in the final.
Heartbreak in Melbourne for Grayhound. Both of these teams wanted that ESL Pro League spot. Both of these teams qualifying for the major and wanting to bring the momentum of making the grand final in.